Okay, good.
You good?
Yeah.
Can you feel the heat off that road? Ravioli.
Holy moly ravioli.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Idiot. Can you see if I'm going?
Oh, it's the Danzy's touching us. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. 22, 23, yes, you are. Do you want me to check the 70k, whatever that was?
No.
Sure.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of an era. This is...
What do they say, the last voyage? You know, like how they the maiden voyage, this is like the last voyage. What do you call it? The final...
I don't know. The long goodbye.
Oh. Oh, shush.
Right, be careful. Be careful.
The one we're getting rid of the...
Be careful.
Yes, it's fine. Yeah, you look amazing on that bike. You do look amazing.
I know, it's freaking amazing. You're making me sell it. Right, jump on.
Oh. Got that back tyre. Woohoo. It's the Dancy's Pass. Turn off there on the right.
Just sit still. Stop your wriggling.
Alright. Did you do the tank bag up?
I did. Woohoo! So this is a very, very, very sad ride. And for those of you that don't watch our channel, that have stumbled upon this channel and seen...
Can we go right here?
Yes, dear. S1000XR final ride, or last ride, or whatever I decide to call it. This is sadly the last ever ride on our beloved BMW S1000XR, which I am very upset about, aren't I?
Yeah.
So, hello and welcome to beautiful, beautiful New Zealand. We're in central Otago and we're heading to Dunedin. We've just left, break. We've just left a little town called Ranfurly. Oh, it's windy tonight. And we're heading to Dunedin. And we're heading to Dunedin to swap our beloved S1000XR. And I wanted to just, as part of saying goodbye to the bike, explain to people why we're swapping it. And I wanted to start off by saying that I absolutely love this bike. Which is kind of how to say it, kind of strange, isn't it, babe, that we are getting rid of it, but there is some logic to the madness and the reasoning, and I'll get to that. But I just wanted to say that first off, this is bar none the best bike I've ever ridden.
Oh yeah, I mean, Tom loves this bike. It's sleek,
it's sexy,
it's fast,
it sounds amazing,
got great features.
it corners amazingly, like better than any bike I've ever ridden, including all the sports bikes I've ridden over the years.
Yeah, and I think if it was just Tom riding, then yeah, definitely this would be the bike. Well, it has been.
Anyway, we'll get to that, because I just wanted to say, if you're thinking of buying an S1000XR, don't think because we're getting rid of ours that you should not buy it. It is an absolutely amazing bike. I love it. But the reason that we're swapping it is basically Kim is sat up too high, aren't you, babe?
Yeah.
So we do all our riding together, we do all our videos together, don't we? Gosh, it's windy, isn't it? Really, really windy. I can hardly hear myself at all. We do everything two up, so we're always riding together, two up. And even though the S1000XR is a very capable bike, as you'll see, Kim is sat very much in sort of a sports bike rider's position as a pillion. So if you imagine like sitting on the back of a GSXR or a Fireblade or something, this actually has that same sort of seating position for the pillion.
Well, it kind of means that I'm sort of a pendulum when you're going around the twisties, and I get a lot of wind buffeting and...
Well, you actually sit sort of so high above me that, she's getting a face full of wind all the time. And actually, Kim's quite short. If you're only 5'3", aren't you?
5'3", 3/4.
Because the 3 3/4 matters. So you're 5'4". So if you're a pillion on this bike above 5'4", then you're going to get a lot of wind in your face, and you're going to be sitting up very high. Apart from that, the only other thing or issue that we've had with this bike is the front fork is leaking oil. It's been a problem that we've had for a couple of months now, and
not only that, we've got the next, the really expensive service due on it.
Yeah, we've got the valve timing service due on it as well.
We talked about it, and we're like, well, sort of, I'm unhappy about the pillion position. I mean, I love the bike. I think it is amazing. I agree with Tom. But for two-up riding and a lot of touring, we've just decided it's not quite the right bike.
Yeah, and the reason is that this bike, wow, look at this road, isn't it spectacular? This bike is an absolute weapon, and it corners incredibly, and it goes incredibly, and it is, to be honest, a little bit too much of a track weapon to be a husband and wife road tourer, don't you reckon, babe?
Oh, definitely.
Yes, it does corner amazingly. Yes, it does go blisteringly fast. But actually...
The thing is, it's just too fast. It's got too much unspent power.
It's not that it's too fast. It's too fast for public roads. And I'll quantify that. I'll make it even more clear. That is, you're not using the full power of this bike until you're screaming at 9,000 revs.
Yeah, the revs are high.
Yeah, and if you're screaming at 9,000 revs, you're very much breaking the speed limit. So actually, at road speeds, it's got a massive amount of untapped power. You're just not using it. You can't use it. If I use the full power of this bike, I'll be loss of license instantly. In New Zealand, they're very, very strict, the road rules here, and they don't. The cops are allowed to hide here, so they'll hide behind a bush, and then they'll get you. And if you're doing anything above 150 kilometers an hour, it's instant loss of license, and you're walking home. They take your bike. So we have to cruise a bit, don't we? We have to be a bit sensible.
Oh, you've got to be sensible. Like in New Zealand, the cops are everywhere.
But it's not just the cops anyway. You shouldn't be going above the speed limit anyway, because it's unsafe and very dangerous.
You can see these roads.
Yeah, these roads are twisty. Admittedly, they're amazing fun. But we decided to go for a bike that's got more torque, so a little bit less top speed, and a lot more mid-range. And the idea being that at road speeds, we'll actually use more of its power. Yeah. And it's got a lower seating position for Kim, so Kim's going to be much happier, aren't you, babe?
I love the seat position on that bike.
Yeah.
I feel really safe, and it's really comfortable.
See, the reason I feel safe on this bike is because no matter what corner comes at me, I can just lean it a bit further, and I know it will make it.
That. Yeah, that's what what I hate. It's what you love, it's what I hate.
That's what I absolutely love about this bike. If I feel like I've overcooked a corner, I just lean it a bit further, whereas on previous bikes I used to crap myself just trying to brake, slow down, oh crap. But this bike, you just go, oh, this corner's a bit tight, so I better lean the bike a bit further.
Oh, it's a little high. I love this little place, it's so cute. Yeah, it's like, remember the Kawasaki, Tom was just like,
trying to manhandle it round corners, yeah.
like a whale.
It was like riding a boat.
Exactly.
Admittedly, when the Kawasaki was without Kim and all the luggage, it was fine, but it was definitely...
Oh, like I say, there's lots of bikes that without the pillion, without the luggage, are awesome bikes, and that was one of them.
Yeah, people, you have to factor in that we are two up all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
So if you're not pillion, this is the bike. This is the bike. You cannot beat it.
I think experienced riders would really enjoy this bike, but I think you've got to have a bit gut. You've got to be a bit gutsy.
Without sounding conceited, I think you need to be fairly experienced to ride this bike.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's really, really quick. You get into trouble real quickly. And it wants you to go faster, so if you're not sort of level-headed, you'll hit a tree at 220 very easily.
Oh, yeah.
It wants to go. It wants to go fast. It's so well designed and so well balanced that going fast round a racetrack or slow through traffic or stopping and starting, it does it all.
Yeah, that's true. You've never had a problem.
Never had a problem. I've never had a scary moment on this bike. In 3 years, I've never ever felt out of control once. I've never felt like my front wheel's going to slide out or I'm going to lose it, ever.
Yeah, I mean, you ride this bike beautifully. It's definitely very true. So, like Tom is, making a big sacrifice for the both of us.
I am truly gutted to be selling this bike. However, I'm excited but apprehensive about the new bike. Like, Kim's very wise, and some blokes will be going at, oh, you shouldn't listen to your wife, or oh, you're pussy whipped, or whatever. That's not true, actually, guys. We're a couple. It's a 50-50 decision, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's kind of more a 60-40 decision. Actually, in a marriage, it's more of an 80-20 decision. In fact, I'm lucky. I just do what I'm told. So yeah, I am whipped.
Well, how many women look their husbands to buy motorbikes?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you, dear. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, this is our hobby. This is what we do. This is us. So we've both got to be happy.
Yeah, if you're a single person, man or woman, who want a weapon of a bike that will go touring, then this is the bike. I think for two up, this is more than capable of doing it, but it's not the perfect bike for a pillion.
I think.
Would you agree?
The weight factor it eventually will struggle. Like where a chair is more apparent.
Well,
like,
I think we're not getting any younger either.
Yeah,
This
right.
is a young person's bike. That's not to say we're getting an old person's bike, but I just pray that I'm not going to hate it. That's going to be the thing for me. So many subscribers have said, don't worry, Tom, don't worry, you're going to love it. So many subscribers have said, I've got one, it's amazing. And by the way, there is going to be a video coming out a matter of days after this one where we reveal what the next bike's going to be. Hey, babe. Woohoo!
Yes, I mean, this has been a decision we've been talking about for a year.
Yeah, we've not jumped at this decision actually, really, have we? This is
And we talk about it every time we
go riding. But you realise now, every time we go riding, I'll be going, oh, I wish I had the XR for this corner.
And I'll just tell you to shut up. Be thankful.
I am very thankful, actually, to be here with you on a motorbike in this amazing place.
It is amazing. Look at it. I think we've seen about 5 cars this whole trip today.
Yeah, this is the main road to Dunedin, one of 3 different ways you can go.
And it's just...
And as you can see, this is what they call a state highway.
Just crazy.
It is.
Yeah, we've got it all to ourselves. It's pretty spectacular.
Anyway, so it's an exciting weekend, isn't it, babe? Really exciting.
Oh yes, I'm just...
Scary, apprehensive, but exciting. You're very happy, aren't you?
I'm just super stoked, I am. It's going to change everything for me.
Good. Then we're doing the right thing.
Oh,
Oof, that sun.
it's so amazing that you take my opinion into account and want me to be happy.
Well, there's nothing worse than having you fricking going on the back seat. Nah, nah, nah. I'll do whatever it takes to shut you up. I'll buy a new fricking bike, just shut up.
Oh, well, you've had a lot of fun for 3 years on this bike.
We've had 3 amazing years on this bike.
Yeah. It's done us proud.
It has done us proud, and if the other bike doesn't do as well as this bike, we'll swap it back. And you can frickin' walk. I am really looking forward to the... it's hard to talk about it without giving it away. I think everybody's flipping guessed by now, to be honest. The benefits of having that other bike are going to be great.
I agree.
Yeah. I must admit, out of all the years I've had Japanese bikes, even though this... Yeah, never ever an issue. Ever.
What about
Never a mechanical issue. This bike, after 3 years of owning it, has had a bolt that fell out the engine once. I had to screw another one back in and Loctite it. The screen had to be replaced because there was dust inside the screen. Something had exploded inside. They put a new screen on it for me. Luckily that was covered under warranty. The side stand is badly designed.
You needed to get new bushes there.
I had to get new bushes in the side stand because, yeah, it was...
And then the light was on, that funny light.
and then the light bulbs all blew, and then we had to get it reprogrammed back to standard because the dash was flashing. So, and now the front... All of them things have been fixed, by the way, no drama. But if it wasn't under warranty, that would have been crazy money.
Yeah.
Crazy money. So, and then just as it's come out of warranty, the front fork's leaking oil. We just spent $900 to change the seals, and it didn't fix the problem. So this has been an expensive bike to keep running, no question. It is beautiful and amazing. It's like a... it's like
it's like a stallion.
It's like this bike's like a young Pamela Anderson that every now and then just needs a little tweak back at the surgeons just to keep it. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit of upkeep now and then, just to cut a little corner here, stick it out a bit there, give it a shake here. And this bike's the same. It's not like a Japanese bike, which is cheap and dependable. I've just got this niggle in the back of my mind, you know, that day that we test rode it, and I'm just like, man, I hope it lives up to the hype that everybody says they're amazing. I just worry that people that say that they're amazing have never ridden one of these, because this is truly amazing. The beautiful little town of Middlemarch, nerve centre of central Otago.
And our favourite weird cafe is coming up.
Yeah, which will be closed because
It will
it's
be,
7
unfortunately.
o'clock at night.
7 o'clock at night, look at it.
So it's been 34 degrees all day today, and at the moment it's 27.
Actually 36, I think.
36. Whew.
Yeah, it was 36, yeah.
It was hot. My booty was blooming sweaty.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, we were having our own little private
Yeah.
saunas going on.
Tub wieners, gluteus maximuses. were
Speak for yourself. No, I had like wet rivers running
Oh.
down my boobs.
Oh, sweaty boobies.
There you go, this is South Island.
Yeah, did you see him?
Here's
Yeah.
our wee cafe here.
Yeah, nice.
Brilliant. And that was pretty much.
That was Middlemarch. Now another 2 hours to get to Dunedin.
It's about an hour, isn't it?
So it's about an hour and a half now of epic twisties, which is pretty cool. Remember, you go over this, you go through this hilly range that's sort of very barren and stony, and yeah, I think Kim has made me a promise, haven't you, that if we get this bike, she is happier doing more biking,
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah. So
Which is great, because
That's the deal we make. Yeah.
that's the deal. So hopefully we'll be getting more videos out of Kim, which is great.
Well,
Look
I
at
don't
these
know,
old
people-
sheep shearing sheds. I love them.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
yeah.
Tomorrow we'll be going back on a completely different bike, and it just feels weird. It feels weird at the moment. It's definitely very sad that this is the last ride
Oh,
on my XR,
I'm feeling
The-
so bad now.
the coolest bike I've ever owned in my life. You should feel bad.
Oh. Well, we don't have to.
No, it's too late now. I've paid for the bike.
Well, we can change our mind.
Oh yeah, we'll never be able to show our faces at McIver and Veitch again. And by the way, just a quick mention, McIver and Veitch in Dunedin,
Oh,
Dean
awesome.
Veitch has been absolutely brilliant to deal with.
So awesome.
So awesome.
Tight down.
He's got it all set up for us. He's got the top box mount is all put on. He sent photos through. He put some SW Motec crash bars on the side for us at a greatly reduced price. He did us a brilliant deal on this bike.
Oh, he was just amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, thank you, Dean. And it's really funny. I was at work the other day, and he sent me a photo, and he was like, "Check it out!" No, he sent me a photo, and then he phoned me up, and he was like, "Have you seen it? Did you see it?" And he was so excited. It was so awesome that he's as excited as I am about getting it. Anyway, we'll say goodbye because I don't know how much is left. Thank you for watching. And you'll see us again tomorrow on
And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe.
yeah, click subscribe.
We've got lots more in store.
We've got lots in store, and it's going to be on a brand new bike as of tomorrow. And and also I won't wait a whole week to put the next video up. We're going to do a reveal video in a couple of days. Nothing lasts forever, babe.
Like that movie, The Notebook. You know, she's like on her deathbed and all like old and decrepit and stuff, and she dies, and then he dies down the side, and then he dies. He's had a broken heart. He couldn't bear to live without her.
Yeah, it's going to be just like us, babe. Except hopefully it's you 20 years before me. It's definitely not.
You think you'll finally get your 20-year-old brunette?
Finally, yeah. Finally get the brunette I've always wanted.
You should just go, oh,
Because I'll be an old man.
yeah, get away from me, you. I grab your hand.
Okay, we joke.
Now I'll get my pool boy.
You'll get Fernando. Tubweener needs her pool cleaning again.
Yeah, I want you to talk.
Okay, Mrs. Tubweener, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
It's gonna feel fine for you to make
Yeah,
it from
yeah.
there.
She takes her rollers out her hair. Oh, Fernando's coming over. Yeah. Fernando's coming. I'm going to put my best bloomers on. Oh dear. You'd be like, oh, but what about Senor Tom? Oh, he's long gone. I don't think about him anymore. He's dead to me.